All right, listen, we about to get straight to the judges. I want to see how they called this one. You know what I mean? What's up? Goddess, you go first. Young Goddess, you go first. We're going to put it on you first. Unmute yourself, unmute yourself. We can't hear you, unmute yourself.
Oh, my bad, can y'all hear me?
There we go, you first.
Yeah, I heard a lot of Gaddis slander in there, but I felt like those were some of their best lines. The first round, Boze had some. Yo, but in the first round, the PTSD, dealing with trauma, all the Dylan flips, the Krillin Dylan. You had a small stutter in there. It wasn't anything. Your Gaddis bar, the Moses staff to move water, all of that was crazy. The revolver next in rotation, your turn next, all that. You went crazy in the first round. Next, you went fucking ape shit in the first round too. And I ended up giving you that first round because your Gaddis bar wasn't as good as Boze's, but your Babe Ruth bar was crazy. The whole you play the clip, nigga, that's not gangster, that's crazy. The bones with the fishes. Really what did it for me was the poison I got. I do this on a large scale. That fucking entendre was crazy. So for me, that was the round of that was the line of that round. So I gave that the next. The second round, again, Boze, you came in when you was like the Rock no longer there and you had that stumble and it was more noticeable in that second round. You did come back from it with the WWE big stages that was fire, Juneteenth, 32 NXT, the license plate. You was in there, but that stumble was very noticeable. And I felt like next you came with a lot of shit to counter that. You feel me? The GoFundMe, the Hank Aaron Barry Bonds was a fucking haymaker. The Moonlight haymaker, Limbo, the Chia Pet, I'm the top. How the fuck is you coming up? That shit was crazy. Hold it down, the power button. Yo, the Stand Like Dark Wet, you went crazy. I gave you the second round as well. To me, I gave next the first and the second. Really the third, I honestly felt like they was pretty neck and neck. I like Boze's Jonah's bar. You feel me? The grinding instrumental beat on the table was crazy for me. The next name in sight, the vertebrae collarbone. The third, I edged that one too, Boze, because Next just said fuck it and did what he wanted to do. So I edged that third round.
Okay. We got 1-0
So I
in
gave
favor.
it to Next.
Oh, she's still talking. Okay. 1-0 in favor of next judge. I don't want to force y'all. Damn. Black man ego.
I go next. Super crazy battle, first of all. Great work by both of y'all. Haven't seen a really disappointing round yet tonight, which is really dope. First round, I really liked Boze flipping Dylan and flipping Root. I think it was a new way. You know, I haven't seen too many Next battles, so I don't know how often that's happened, but I thought it was a really dope way to approach Next. I thought Next came out the gate and he was also gunning. I think the first round is really close. I actually edged it to Boze because I appreciated the approach a little more. Next had a lot of haymakers also, though. Second round, I think they both were good. Obviously, Boze had to stumble, and I think that was very, very costly. I gave Next the second round. The third round, I like where Boze was going in the beginning. I wish he would have stuck to that angle and kind of got a little more out of it, because I feel like that was another dope way to approach Next that we haven't really heard. And I was loving what Next did in the third, man. I gave Next the third round. I got Next 2-1. I got Boze taking the first, Next taking the second and third.
Two judges in favor of Next. Third judge, what we doing?
Who?
Okay,
DNA.
so
Okay.
Yeah, I would have won. It's on me. All right, cool. Shout out to Boze. fuck it, right? I'm cool going. Yeah, shout out to Boze. Shout out to Next. I'm gonna give my criticism after I decide the winner. But first off, like Chilla said, I think it was all three rounds we heard from both of them. They were very good, very competitive. They both seemed like they wanted to win this battle. Boze came out swinging in the first. The Dylan and Root flips, like Chilla said, yeah, I haven't watched too many Next battles to know if it's done, but just from hearing Next flips, it was something new. So I felt like Boze was wilding, but I just really felt Next edged the first round. You know what I'm saying? By a hair. I gave the first round to Next. The second round, I'm very big on always saying if you choke or you stumble, I personally can't give somebody that round when they do that, when it's obvious, if it's not a recovery. And I feel like it was significant with Boze, so I gave Next the second round, and I gave Boze the third round, so I had it as 2-1 Next. But my criticism that I want to say to Bowes. I feel like in the second round, you allow him to get under your skin. And in this game, in URL, in battle rap, you're never supposed to allow people to get you out of your game, you know what I'm saying, where you lose your composure. You always got to be there and stick to it, because your material was great, but certain things like that, even if it's no judges, that's going to decipher the people when you start saying, even if a line is predictable in your mind, once you start saying it, it's going to have everybody like, oh, yeah, look, it's getting to him. So I felt like, you know what I'm saying, that played a part too. And with Next, I just want to say this. I feel like what he did with the whole angle in the third round, even though he lost that round, was veteran moves. Because in the first round, he said, what you did wasn't gangster. So I'm watching to see, are you going to now do what you just said? And that would be hypocritical. But the way he flipped it, that was a veteran move. So shout out to him for that, because I like most people would have just dumped the info and he switched it around, which is very tactical. So shout out to him for that. And also everybody that I want to say this now. I don't feel like it's any gas with Next. I feel like he deserves his spot to be here. I feel like he's putting in work. That's just how I call it. I feel like everybody in this tournament is putting in work. I just want to say that I had narratives on my career for a long time, so I'm always going to tell people to shy away from that. I think he's dope. I don't think it's anything with favoritism or nothing. Shout out to Next. Shout out to Bulls, man.
Yeah. So the battle.
You gotta hear what the rest of the judges are saying right now.
Yeah.
So
Just to bridge what I had to say, I actually had Next in all three, edging it out. You know, even in the first
out the game. That's
And
the fastest Tony's been.
I mean, I did, and I think Bose is really good. I think Bose has a very good structure how he puts his bars together. You know what I'm saying? Not easy to really do this like sort of formulaic style, like with the build up to the 4-bar setups and all that. But I think he has great wordplay, definitely here to stay. I feel like Next in the third is a statement to the fans, to the narratives, to us, to everybody. I think that was topical. That was very well done. Not everybody can execute that. And to start off in the first talking about it, kind of hinting this is where he's going, and to finish off that way, I think is expert. That shows the type of poise, type of maturity, ensures the longevity here. But Bose, I said this last week, put Bose in rotation. Like he's one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? But next gets to go on, do his thing, man. Next, keep working, bro.
Mrs. Hurricane.
I think that every person that's here deserves to be here. Everybody's, they're all fit in the criteria for URL standards. With this battle, I gave Next every round. The first round, I edged it to Next because of the fire-ass Gaddis rebuttal that he came up with. Other than that, the guys were pretty like neck and neck. But when you do things like bring out other skill sets that you do in battle rap, freestyle, and rebuttals, I got to give you extra props for that because you're doing that off the head. Round two, Bose could have won round two, but the stumble was just too strong and too noticeable. And that was like, because after the stumble, I felt like, damn, he's about to take this round regardless of the stumble. But Next came in and smoked him. I'm sorry. Round three, I gave to Next clear because I liked the way he approached the round. I liked the way he spoke. I liked the fact that he brought up, he knew his business and he didn't even need to tell it to win the round. So salute to Next. He won that to me 30, gentlemen's 30.
Wow. Clap it up. Clap it up. All 5 judges gave the battle to Next. But hold on. The fan vote. Bose, we don't got the fan vote. So it's 5-1. Nah, they don't count.